It was a good week. I love how our guys responded, came back. They improved big time this week in practice on both sides of the ball. I saw more attention to detail, more effort to make stuff work. Really good week of practice. I feel great about where we are.
With Adrian, how much is it about just protecting the ball? He lost a couple of fumbles.
Yeah, I don't want to make a story where it isn't like he's turned it over 20 times. So to me, it's not an issue. But I also don't want it to become an issue. We preach ball security all the time and take care of the football and the importance of the turnover margin. When you win it, you win. When you don't win the turnover battle, you got a good chance of not winning. So we stressed it just as much or more than ever this week, and we got to take care of the football.
Did you guys hold an open tryout for kickers this week?
We didn't hold an open tryout for kickers. We called the club soccer team to see if they had any kids that had done it before. Going into last week, we had both of our kickers with minor injuries. We didn't know who was going to be able to kick. Isaac was even banged up a little. Somebody told me that had been here that Alex Henry actually came off the club soccer team. So we had some kids come and try out for us, and we're going to give at least one of them a shot to work on it and see what he can give us. If nothing else, maybe some kickoffs through the end zone.
So do you have a player on the roster then from that group?
We're working through that right now, yeah.
When a team maybe has less talent, like Northern Illinois does, have you found that opponents will try to do things on offense to try to manufacture big plays? They'll take more chances, even on defense. Like they'll be riskier in order to create an advantage early in the game.
Sure, I've been in the games where we're underdogs and not supposed to win, and you want to throw everything in the kitchen sink at the other team. So our defense needs to be ready for that. Obviously, we didn't play a couple trick and gadget plays very well last week, so we got to be situationally aware and ready for anything they throw at us.
With 3 home games coming up in 4 weeks, how big a recruiting stretch is this for you and the staff?
Yeah, this is big. Anytime we can get recruits on campus and have them see the environment and see the best fans in the country, it's great. So we'll have some this week, and again Ohio State, and again the next home game. And this is a big stretch for us as far as that goes.
Scott, outside of the duck position or the duck type guys, you guys have had one pass caught by a receiver this year so far. What's the biggest key to getting those guys more involved?
I think we need to play more guys early on to make sure the guys are fresh at the end of the game, and we've talked about that. We got some guys that are close to being ready. We just got to let them get out there and learn on the fly. Otherwise, we just got to get open and make sure the ball finds us. And it's an anomaly to me that a couple of those guys hadn't seen a ball yet, but that can't keep up. It's inevitable that the ball is going to get to them, and they need to make plays when it happens.
Now that Cam Jurgens has a couple games under his belt, do you notice any more confidence in him than maybe the beginning of fall camp?
Yeah, Cam's a stud. He's getting closer to 100% healthy. I don't think he's been 100% yet, but every week that goes by, he feels better. You got to remember, too, he's playing his 3rd football game at Nebraska and didn't play a lot late in his career in high school. So I love where he's headed. There's just a learning curve with him and a lot of other of our young guys.
Troy mentioned yesterday Wando maybe playing a little bit more running back. I know you move him all over the place, but would you line him up? Do you plan on lining him up in the backfield any more than the first couple weeks?
Yeah, we need to get him the ball. I mean, you can see it pretty clearly that good things happen when the ball's in Maurice's hands. Good things happen when the ball's in Wandale's hands. We need to get other guys involved, but we need to create any way we can to get those 2 guys with the ball. And if we're not getting one of them enough touches, then we got to manufacture it and allow them to make the plays that they're capable of.
Is that where his smarts helps you guys, because he's smart enough to be able to adjust to various positions?
Yeah, down the road, I think you're just going to be able to put him in wherever you want to and let him run the offense. His first year, he's doing really well, but it's hard to just move him and mix him and match him. So we got to be smart with how we use him. But he's capable of doing both. It's just hard to overload him with 3 different positions right now. And the more time goes by, I think the more we're going to be able to utilize him because of his familiarity with what we're doing.
What's the key to getting Diedrich going a little bit more?
Diedrich's gotten some chances. I think, game one, I don't think there was a lot for him to work with. A couple little detail things where he's missed a couple cuts that he won't miss once he gets more familiar. I still expect great things out of him this year. He's going to be a big part of what we're doing tomorrow and beyond, or Saturday and beyond.
When you guys are behind it down in distance a little bit, do you want your guys to be a little more comfortable maybe than they've looked with not running tempo?
Yeah. We've been in too many situations early on in the year where we're trying to pick a perfect play. And when you're behind the chains and not in a rhythm, that's what happens. And that's not really who we are. So we got to be better on first down, and we got to stick to what we know and what we can do well, and what the guys know and can do well. And the key to that's having good first downs, having good second downs, so we're not in situations where these guys Saturday are going to stand 6 or 7 guys up in the line of scrimmage and be coming from every direction on 3rd and long. So as many 3rd and longs as we can stay out of, the better off we are.
Did you make any decisions with your last couple scholarship spots for the fall, or is that still?
Yeah, I think we have. I'll probably announce that on Monday.
Scott, you've said before you like playing in the morning. With this being a night game, what do you do to pass the time all day?
Well, I just like playing in the mornings. We get it done, and coaches can go home and see their family, and the kids can rest a little longer for the next game. But that being said, there's something special about Memorial Stadium at night. I can't wait to see the environment. We got the best fans anywhere, and we're all grateful for them. So I can't wait to feel the buzz in the stadium. During the day, probably just sit around and watch more film and make sure prepared.